Alright, we're back. Continue with this study here. Alright. Hopefully you catch the game. Okay. So he connects, and then black is here to connect in Sentai. And it looks like black assumed that white was going to answer, but white instead did not. And instead white cut here, giving up the corner. And position-wise, it looks like an okay play for white, since if black pushed through here, like so. Is he a Mr. No-Show for playoffs? Black would still need to come back and play here, right? So, white captured that. The corner will be a push. Position here is not bad, right, for white. White strengthen this and gain some of that. So black can't push through, really, because then white also has these push here. So can't really push through there. Where would I go if I was black? Not there. And white plays here. White doesn't play there. White plays here. So you would have to connect? Let's think about this. So black answer here. Now white would have to defend. And so let's say white does do that, like this. Black would be able to make eyes here and here. So black would be fine that way, in that sense. So black is trying to attack this group still by saving these stones. So it's white. Maybe here. If we play here, and then black plays here, that would cover that, but white would have to come back here first, and that doesn't really work out for white. So I would have to play here, I think. Okay, let's see what the pro play. He pushed, which from my reading doesn't seem good, so let's see what happened. He pushed here. Black does connect and take the corner. Go ahead and take the corner. But now, doesn't that let white play this? And that seems really good for white. Okay, so it connects, and white does play that. Then black plays this. Now, is there a way for white to get out? So white counters. This seems pretty natural move actually here. But it seems like black can get out this way, but so can white. Hey Smurf. Yeah, Kema looks good to get out here. I'm guessing black would play here after Kema. Yeah. And then white would maybe extend. So white didn't extend, so I guess the push will make a cut here in Sente, so he just elected to cut to connect here, which is still, I guess, Sente for... This wouldn't be great, right? Or could it? I don't know, but it seems like white's in a bit of trouble, but he did get to develop this, kind of. As black. This is one option, but I think maybe here. Kosumi. Kosumi did leave some weakness, so I guess it is right to play here. And so now, I think white can play this, right? Because of the black can't really cut through. Hey, what's up, Z? Maybe here. But then that would get kind of cover. Hard to say for... here wouldn't be good either. I want to say here. Or here. I think Pro would be playing some of this like this because black is running away and white does have two forcing moves that let him connect up to stones. So this might be a possibility too. I think I would play M10. You don't remember quitting at this point. I'll go back and review it real fast for you. So after the squeeze, you think white's too thin for that? White's okay for that. To me. Why is my thing messed up though? I can't go forward. What the? IGS review is kind of pretty bad. Really bad, actually. I don't understand what's happening right now. How do I get to the tree? Is it this? No. When did I play that? It's this one. No, that's the off tree also. So here, okay. It's awful. The tool is awful. So there. Not those. There. Oh my god, this review tool on IGS is fucking horrendous. So you play here, there you go. And then does that. Can't cut. White has to do that. And black does that. That. Then the tiger mouth and protection. That's weird to me still, that protection. Black comes back to that. Mini raid. And then he comes in the corner, it gets blocked, yada yada yada. Right? Okay, so you remember all this part. And then black has a really nice move here. That's a wonderful move. White counter with this, but then kind of got in trouble. Because black plays superb couple of moves here. And he had the force to be taken. He does take, throw in. Take again, Atari. And then try to connect underneath, connect here in Sentai. But white just Tanuki, and then white. So it's like a counter Tanuki giving up the corner here. And then black choose to extend. And then white also choose to extend, saying that this group is weak enough where he can attack and come out. Because he could play here, and then have one eye at least there. Then black protects. So this looks freaking scary. That looked freaking scary. Wait, black does protect the cut here first, and then white gets the Hane, and still looks pretty scary. But white does have this move to cover black up. Black does do that, and then white just connects to fix all the Aji, so you can keep on attacking. And here, I was saying black could go here too, but this seems safer. And then after that, this is where we are. And I say that white might play this, just to get a stone here, and then maybe that way to get out. But I could be wrong. And then Smurf said that second Kama might be too thin. But I think it's okay because black is still got to run here. It looks like white just backed off here and just play this to get out. And I guess white is just going to keep connected and then attack both sides. So white does have a nice attack here. As black, I would probably connect here, so I only have to run one group, but then I might get counter here. So if we do something like this, white might do this, right? And then not sure if black's in trouble here, but it looks dicey. And so I guess I can't play here, but if you don't play here, white will most likely cut. But if we play here first, it might be okay, actually. Because then that sets up this kind of cut here. So black can wedge cut here, because this stone here is to make this cut or this cut. So double cut. So maybe this one for black, or Is there a better one? Maybe Kosumi? Not sure. But he needs to mobilize. I don't think he can just connect there though. But so he played Kosumi this way instead, which is kind of right in the right area. Except I guess this Kosumi is better. It does affect the right side a little bit, so white does have to watch out for it. And so I wonder, as white, do you defend here? Or you just say, okay, if you try to come in, I think black can come in with a knight here like this. Might be a little dicey, too. But this here is more important, I think. And maybe he'll just play a forcing move here first. And then black will connect, and then he may be defending. I'm not even sure this is worth defending, though. Let's see what he plays. So he played this. So the other move that I like, to press it down, right? So here, black has to be careful though, because this push and then it's completely sealed off. So, but I think black can attack the right side to settle his group. So let's see what he does. Yeah, so he does play that Kema here, and white respond with this. I'm guessing maybe we pull back. White can't pull back, right? Because then we can just cut here. Can we cut here? Cut here, he cuts. I pull down. Yeah. That's a beautiful white shape. Yeah, indeed. Black is pretty strong. Maybe here or here. I think this is probably strongest. The only problem is it can get cut though. White would just defend, and then black would have to defend again. Hard to say. Maybe this way. If he goes here, we do that. I can't find anything nice for it. Let's see what black does. He does Hane on this side, but can't white just play this? He Hane's there, white does cut, and then he Atari. Okay, wouldn't white just sacrifice? Boop, boop, and then Tiger Mouth that? That's how I would do it. Okay, he does Tiger Mouth, then he Atari. So he does give it up. Black does take, and then he plays the Ko like this. And then black cuts. So white chooses to play the Ko. Interesting. For everything. Well, if white loses the Ko, then it's game over, right? So I guess he's kind of in trouble in that group anyway, so it doesn't matter. So black does cut, he takes the Ko, and then black threatens the corner. So let's see the Ko fight. Threatens the corner. Respawn. Takes back. Even white wins the Ko. White threatens this, of course. This threatens the cut, so the cut kind of works after that, so you gotta be careful. I think excuse me. Okay, I'm back. So black defend here. That defends the cut. And kind of threatened this group still a little bit. But the coastal thing is still happening. So white takes. Black connects. And white connects. And then black should take the ko again. Okay. White plays that. Black connect. Takes the ko. And here black just simply jumps. Because this is kind of in danger. White's gonna have to jump or something for this. So I don't see how white can win this ko. Because his weak group is so weak. It's right in the middle of everything. Of all the black's influence. So white does respond to that with this. And I don't know if black has to answer that. Probably. So black just answer here. Because he doesn't want to get cut. But then at the same time, does white have 2 eyes? I don't know. If he think he does, then he'll probably connect. So let's see what he does. No, he said, I don't have 2 eyes. I'm gonna jump. So they kind of forego the ko after a couple of moves. Then black jumps again. I think black wants to seal this off and take the 3-3. But I could be wrong. But I think at this point, white kind of have enough shapes to live here. So white does agree. So white connects. So settle this side. So white gains a lot on here. So black better get something in return for this. Because the attack didn't go very well. So you need to profit somewhere. So black plays here though. I guess it's this Sente because it does set up this nice move. So white has to defend, I think. White said, no, I'm not going to defend. I'm going to defend my group instead because my group looks kind of weak. He's going to make eyes while he attacks. So if black plays here, white does have some option, I think. Right? Because here, if you decide not to protect, you get double cut here or here. So black can't really jump that. So that's a nice one. Instead of just respond directly, he strengthened that side a little bit while he defends at the same time. But I'm pretty sure black's gonna come up with a hard counter here because black's been doing that all game. So Shin's he finds some really nice moves usually. So let's see, in the game he goes there, and then black finds a counter to that. So now the push, this cut doesn't work anymore, right? Because he goes here and you can just double target this way. So I guess, and that's not only threatens that, but I think it cuts this stone off right away. So as white, I would maybe jump here if I think the right side's alive. The center's alive? I think the center's alive. Let's see what white does. He plays here. I'm guessing because it's Sente. So he does trade the Sente one at. Black's plays there. He Atari. Black connects. And then that leaves it to the end game there. And then white Tanuki and plays this move. So he doesn't try to save the corner. So black would have to try to fix the corner or like completely seal it off. So white is still trying to manage this, but is black gaining any points from this attack though? He's got the corner for the top corner, so the top is push, and so the bottom position, the left, is very favorable for black. Whoever gets the 3-3 first, I guess. Even if white goes there, it's still not very favorable. And then the bottom corner is all black, so I think black is leading at this point, right? The bottom corner, well, white does have the right side, but that one can be all destroyed with S13. So that one you can't really count. Matter of fact, I don't see why black wouldn't do this right away, to be honest. Because this thing is not alive yet and could be in trouble. I would just Tanuki and play there if I was black, but instead black plays here, which is also Sente, because now there's no possibility of white making eyes here, so white needs to do something there. But I would rather take the stone and destroy the points instead of playing that, but I am amateur and they are pro. So white Hanes, no, after black blocks, white does have to come back and take that, right? So maybe that's why it black did play that, because if we play this and white plays this or something like that, our corner is destroyed. We destroy this, but our corner is also destroyed. Versus if we blocks the corner, we get the corner. White does get his territory back, but then now we get Sente back and we can do something at the bottom corner. So I guess for this Sente seems a lot bigger than grabbing these points. So playing here is correct because it forces white to come back and then we can go play somewhere else. But where does black play? I say 3-3, double pincer. No, black just keep it simple and play here. I'm guessing, okay, this corner is getting pretty ridiculous. So I say black is leading here by a lot. Since it has, black also has nice endgame too, Sente endgame. Yeah, I think white's kind of behind here. White 22, black 24, S12, and the like 10 points go Tay. Alright, later, the group. So white here, counter with this. So I guess he knows he's behind. He's got to make something happen. And kind of attack the string. So really, this move is to attack this and that. And maybe, hopefully, he'll get something out of it. And then here, black respond with the Kosumi. Still attacking this group. This group is still... This is like one eye. Or is it two eye? No, it's just one eye. Right? You gotta do that. So it's still one eye. And we trade that. Not so sure this has eye shape. Not so sure about that. So white has to be careful with this still. So black's still on the attack with this Kosumi, and this Kosumi does leave some nice potential here. But is white gonna cover black up here and get some corner points? No. White trade this move first. I'm missing how this is Sente though. Like why would oh, I guess it does set up this move. So let's say if you don't answer, white can set this move up, I guess? I don't know. It's kind of hard to read why this move is sente, but black did indeed reply with that, like so. And then white pushed down, which to me at this point is weird because you can just... I guess white is just trying to make some eyes here. Push down, and then here black plays this. This is a nice move. I like this move because now black is setting up a base for this group already, right? Can't be cut off. So this is like some eyes here already. And this looks a bit strong, but not super strong. And I'm guessing maybe white will play here to just finish settling this group. Don't want to deal with it anymore. But we'll see. We will see. Yep, he does play there. I guess that's sente also, so he plays there. So where would black play? Maybe black can just simply play this and settle his group also, right? That seems really solid. He chooses the other one. Oh, we were close. Chose that one. I guess this one makes sense because it prevents white from, if you play this way, white does have this nice move. So you don't want that, so he played the other one. So we had the right idea, just the wrong move. And then here, I would think white would have to settle the corner somehow here. That corner is getting kind of scary. He does that, but white does this first. Okay, that push. So it becomes a really violent game at this point. Plays here, and black cut, and white connect. So, I don't know about this attack for white because black can play this in sente, and then can either capture these stones or connect up here. I don't like that attack for white actually. Seems like an overplay. How long did it take you to reach dawn? I don't know. I never kept the record of it. I started playing a long time ago, and Go was different back in the days because there wasn't a lot of online stuff, and you would have to do basic training with books and stuff, or pay for lesson, which is like kind of pricey. So I want to say like a few years, probably, because I remember the first year all I did was play in maybe 3Q for the first year. But reaching dawn is not the hard part. The hard part is improving after that, because the scale of improvement goes down a lot. There's a lot of stuff you gotta do to get just a small incremental of improvement later on. Go to Katzen next year. We had a great time this year. I don't even know what the event that is. Let's see what black plays. You just connect solidly, which is okay too, because it prevents the push down, and then now you can net or play this and capture that stone. So I guess this is probably the best result because it does give you two-way to connect. And you have two-way to connect, then not bad. let's see. Then here, white kind of plays some shenanigan stuff. I mean, I think he just wants the Hane and Sentai, to be honest. Yeah. But this actually is pretty hard to. It's a big tournament in LA. Oh yeah, I think Shu invited me to that, but I didn't make it. I almost went to it. I think something happened and I didn't go. And then okay. Yeah, so white just trade that for some Sente and some Aji stuff later on, but black defend really solidly that way. That's a really elegant way of defending it. And then let's see. So after that, white does have to fix the corner. So white fixed the corner. So I'm guessing either here for black, right, or here. Because this is not so important. These are, I guess, like you can count these as capture already. So maybe black will slide in or something like that. I can see black doing that. But first, black does this. Push in to trade some forcing move. And then he does that. Also trading forcing move. White connects. And then he Ataris, since it is Sente. So white's gonna have to do this and then connect up. So black takes probably. Connect up. He pushes down. Alright, so now black is definitely connected to this group. So now black is gonna move to attack. So attacking here I guess is not good because you can get kicked. He actually attacked here. So again, it's another knight attachment to one stone. What we saw earlier in the game. So I guess I really do need to study some of these moves. Well, I guess we are studying some of these moves right now. So it seems like these knight attachment are pretty good. M2 is a nice point. Lower right becomes complicated again. Yeah, it is because he can kind of lean here, and then maybe here. I think white can even live here if he plays this, right? Not sure. There might be something there, but black is alive regardless of the result. But if we look at the board, white has the top corner and nowhere else, pretty much, right? Maybe the right side, a little bit of the right side, okay? Black has the top corner, which is bigger than the left corner of white's. Black also has the right corner. That's way bigger than the right side. So black is definitely leading, even if white lifts this corner. That's what it looks like. So attachment here, probably double Hane, okay. So white does Hane, and then black double Hane. Probably gonna try to force white to live here in Gote, and then come back and cut right here. Is my guess. And then that becomes pretty large. Here, oh, so white saw that and countered this first before answering the corner. Since this is somewhat Sente, because let's say if you're haste and you're black and you do this, white can counter with this. You kind of have to answer, right? And then you're kind of cut off, I think, and then it can get kind of dicey. And then this doesn't work because of this cut. Oh. I mean, this cut here doesn't work because of that. So you cut here, so you kind of have to protect like that, and then white can just connect up like this. The only problem with this is, I guess like black has to come back to this and then that. So that's why it's Sente. So white plays that because it's Sente first. And so as black, we have to fix it. And so I guess the tiger mouth would be a good move to fix it. Gotta be some code for perhaps that would be small considering white has already privilege of S8 territory. So okay, so to fix that counter, actually black counters with this. Although, what if white plays that? Is that cut off? Probably not, right? Probably white doesn't have enough liberties here for that kind of play. So black is okay there. So he wraps around like this and kind of threatened to cut these two group up. So I think white has to answer here. So it's like counter versus counter, counter to the counter. Some high level play here, and then white has to defend. So now that's a good defense. So now this works, I think. Or maybe not. Let's see if black defends. So black doesn't defend. Instead of black plays here. And probably trying to force this to prevent white from connecting. So he does force the connection. Like here. But then white can Tanuki. And white does. White Tanuki here. Like so. So now it becomes a really complicated fight. So black has no eyes. It's pretty much become a fight for the whole group, huh? Because like this is no eyes. He takes that. Right? That's one eye. But then you can just play that. But it's still a ko though, so it's not really one full eye. It's half an eye. So white's really going out for brokes here. So if black can defend successfully, it's kind of game over. After this is more like an all-in. He can K1 for 2 eyes. K1 for 2 eyes. Who can K1 for 2 eyes? This way? Oh, you're right. So then, why is white countering? Well, let's see. So black doesn't have the answer, it seems like. So let's see what black does. He just connects. So white's kind of in trouble. So white takes. But that's Gote. And then now black can just push through. So blacks prevent this cut first. This indeed is the Sente move, I think. Not Sente? You sure about that? No, so white say, yeah, you play a Gote move there, buddy. I'm just gonna play this. Connect the corner. Well, black cuts off the corner. So the corner's alive, but this group needs some sort of connection here. Weird, because this is where white resign. And usually, you're not supposed to resign on your opponent's turn. You're supposed to wait till your turn and resign. But white played the C4, and then, well, I guess he did wait, because black played the cut, and then it's resign. Okay, so what black did cut him off, and then he resigned. I guess there's just no way to kill that, and then he knows he's behind by points, so that's that. He resigned there, but I really do think that Shin won because of this move here. This L15 move was pretty brilliant. It's squeezed White into a little dumpling, and then after that, it was just like relentless attack and counter attack, and this corner is just too big to compete with, I think. Well, that was the review of the day, I guess. Should we look at another one, or should we move on and play some games? Let's look at another one. Let's look at another Shin game. He's pretty damn good. I'm gonna go get the iPad though, because this phone keeps going to sleep on me. Okay, we got Smart Keyful on here too, so the iPad shouldn't fall asleep too much. Okay, let's go ahead and so we did one for Shin. What's his name on here? Shin JinSeo. Shin dash. Where's the dash? What the heck? Where's the dash at? Kidding me? There's underscore. Where's the? Oh, that's the dash. Okay, that's horrible. They need to change that. Okay, and we just reviewed the one with Fang Ting. Okay, let's look at one with what's his name? Liao Xiao Yuanke. I don't know who won this game. White won. Okay, so Shin is white. Do you ever watch Pro Review Pro? Sometime if they do really interesting review, but I don't know. I feel like Michael Redman kind of wastes a bunch of time reviewing AlphaGo game. Like he reviewed all the AlphaGo game, and I thought that was a waste of time. And I mean, I don't know who else, which other pro reviews games sometimes. I do like the Redman review on the Smart Kifu app that has the he goes over his own game. I feel like that's more helpful than reviewing AlphaGo, right? Because nobody really understands what AlphaGo is playing. This one is sick. Let me see. Let's see. Maybe I'll just put this one on the side here. Maybe I can just. No, I don't want the pre-moves because I want to guess the moves. That's the best way to learn, is to see if you can play. So I don't need my iPad anymore. Let's look at this one. I mean, AlphaGo is only great if you want to imitate, but nobody can really imitate AlphaGo, and like for an amateur, those kind of reviews kind of useless. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know what the robots are doing, man. I can't even read that deep, right? If pro can't understand it, there's no way amateur can even use it. And plus, like, you know, like, I know Michael Redmond's a pro and everything, but he is an American pro. And really, like, you need, like, multiple source of pros. Like, I would say a group study of pros to even, like, make sure the idea are validated. Because, you know, misunderstanding happens all the time, even with pros. Obviously, that is proven with AlphaGo and all the AI coming out that, like, what they said was the optimal way of playing wasn't optimal at all, right? So that's what I'd rather just like study human versus human than AlphaGo, because nobody can play like AlphaGo, so why study it? Well, that's the thing. The problem with that is a robot will value something, and then you can say, oh, I value that, but you can't read a sequence that's like 30, 40 moves ahead to make it a good, even sequence. So there's no validation behind that. You're incapable of playing such style, because it's just like some of the trees that they're pulling out, it's like 50 moves down the road, it's like, oh, you get these two moves 50 down the road, then it makes the board position even, or it gives you advantage. But a human person can't see that, so how would they know, oh, that's, you know, that's even? Like, people can like adopt some stuff, which is like what we should do, but then at the same time it's like, why review AlphaGo game? Because like 2-3 months from now, another AI is gonna be saying, oh, then no, that's not true, you should really open in the center or something like that. All right, let's go. Let's go. Can the same be said of pro games? Well, pro game is human reading and calculation. The problem with the bots is like some of the sequence is like way deep down, that like is not capable. Just because an AI can do it doesn't mean a human can do it. Let's see, start a review. Okay. And I mean, like, I did watch like the first 2 or 3 video that I did of AlphaGo, and then after that, it kind of all sound the same, and the opening were all the same. It's like, well, why are you doing 30 of these things? What is the point? So, black opens with A3-4. You study these high-level games, the idea of how pattern works and possibility can develop. Pros do root and prepare for those sequence. Yeah, except AlphaGo is like hundreds of moves ahead with 50 trees, so even more than 50 moves. It's like, here's the idea, okay? This is why I say study the human that copies study the pros that copies the AI. Don't study the AI, because as an amateur, for us to understand the AI is very kind of like impossible. But the pro, they can get kind of close to understanding it. So if you study their play, how they adopt the AI ideas, then it's a little closer. It's like you go into the gym and you're trying to lift 300 pounds, and it doesn't do you any help, right? You can't lift it, so it doesn't make you stronger or anything. But if you go in there and you lift like a 25 pounds, eventually you're going to get stronger, than you can lift 30, you lift 40. So it's like looking at, as an amateur studying, watching AlphaGo and trying to imitate AlphaGo is like, I don't think it helps. It doesn't. Especially if you're like not done yet. So he starts out with 3-4, and then A lot of modern Go now likes to do the split. So white invites black to split. I don't know why that is. Yeah, you gotta progress up. And right now, like when I look at AlphaGos and stuff move, it's like, I mean, I can kind of say, oh, I understand, but not really, because the moves is like 50 down the road. It goes half across the board, and then you get those moves. You're like, oh, okay, that's why the board position even. But it's like, do you really understand? No, not really. So why just sit there and study that when you can just like study something else that actually has direct impact on your game right away? Hmm. Why is this app? Okay, he goes for another 3-4. It's kind of slow, actually. Who is he playing here? I'm gonna look it up on the iPad. It might be faster. JinSeo plays Kim. Surprised you think your understanding of a pro game that's much better than. Well, I can tell you a pro. If a pro give me about 6 stones, he might have a hard time. But 6 stone from Leela or like Leela Zero or Fine Art, I would get destroyed. So that I don't think a pro can give a top like 5-6 Don that many stones. They're good, but they're not that good because they don't read deep enough to exploit. Where Fine Art, if you ever play a bot or something like that, they are very good at reading. And you won't see it until it's 50 moves down the road and they're like, oh yeah, gotcha. Like the level would, you know, like each level, like on Pro, like 8 Pro and 9 Pro and 7 Pro, each one of those level, the gap is really big. So like between 7 to 8, let's say 7 to 8 is like a big gap, right? So 8 to 9 is even bigger gap. And Leela is like 12 Pro or something like that. So the gap between a Pro and the AI is huge. So yeah, I'm gonna study pros because that's the next level. Like I'm not gonna study like an 8 Dan, right? Because that's too close. I'd rather study a pro, but I'm not saying I don't study with AI. I do, but I'm just saying like Michael Redmond doing like all the Alpha Go game. That's kind of like wasteful resource. I'd rather he do other things than just like doing the Alpha game over and over and over and over. It's like basically the same thing. You won against a champion, world champion with 6 stone. I'm telling you, man, 6 stone, if you're pretty decent, 6 stone is really hard to handle, even 4 stones. But the computer, they have no problem. If you log on one of these servers, they're giving pros 2, 3 stones, right? So that means they can give the amateur like 9 easily. Yep, it is easier to see how the pro applies it, and then you can copy the pro. Where you can just like try to copy AlphaGo, you're like, what? I don't understand these moves. So here is white. So white is Shin. I mean, the only option is P17 or P16 to me. Some people do choose to split here with K17. So let's see. Yep, so white approaches the top, and then one option for black would be pinch here, and another option would be here. I guess there's might be some other variation with like big pincer or something like that, but still. Split is bad. Yeah, split in modern Go is bad, but I don't think it's not playable at the amateur level. I mean, like maybe at the top pro level it's bad and pro level, But if you're playing amateur, I think split's playable. So here, I think black is probably gonna Keima. Let's see what he does. Yeah, he Keimas. And then white will probably back off. Or maybe this, because we saw that in the last game. This, right? Interesting. He kind of neglected the stone and went for a shoulder hit. Let's try to understand the idea. The idea of this move. It probably won't lose you the game, yeah. Yeah. It might drop a couple percent maybe, but... Top pros are beating fine art at 2 stone, white getting handicap. At 10% clips or so. So you're saying that white gets Komi, but black gets 2 stone, and pros can beat them? I remember seeing Keje get beat with 2 handicap. He got pretty mad, and then he rematched, and then he won. But that's still pretty strong if you can beat Keje using giving 2 stones. Right? That's still pretty decent. And they're only gonna get stronger too. Like their elos just keep going higher and higher. I kind of struggle with this. Why would you... Now, if you allow black to do some sort like this, right? Let's say black Tenuku and play something else. How does this hurt black? So, white will play this, right? Most likely. Is this board position better for white? The AI argument, not so much. You know, there's a reason why a lot of higher Dawn players kind of don't. We use the tool, but we kind of don't really prefer it. There's a reason why to that. Like pros, some pros are adopting it, and some are not. It's not like every pros are adopting it. I don't know. Stuff like this, I haven't quite understand yet. So maybe that's why I'm still not 6 Dawn or 7 Dawn. It's like stuff like this. It's like, what exactly are you preventing? What exactly is the plan here with this d4? Is it just to force black to answer here? And then what? I just don't understand the strategy. We can ask YY next Friday, maybe. Who's YY? The pro? If white doesn't play there, then black gets a 2-place space high enclosure. D14, Go Sejin like. Well, Go Sejin is very modern. His Go is very modern. I would say he's very close. He was like probably really close to AI type of playstyle. Like he was way ahead of his time. I've seen these moves. Like I've seen him. I've even used them. And to say that I completely understand it, it would be a lie. But let's go ahead and see what develops, and then maybe that'll help us understand why people play stuff like this. Oh, Kim? Okay, yeah. If she comes on, we should ask, like, what's the meaning behind these moves? Because right now, I'm just like, oh, okay. Maybe he's trying to reduce the moyo before it, and maybe this corner is not so important anymore. So he goes here first and try to develop the outside. Could be that, but it's like, it's on those fringe of higher tier pro type of plays where it's like, as an amateur, it's really hard to kind of grasp. You're just like, what? I don't know, man. Kind of, it's weird. It's almost like if you're a Q and you try to watch a Don play and you're just like, what are those moves? Well, as a Don, you look at pro and we're in the same boat. It's exactly the same mental thought. You're like, what? So here, Black deems that it was big enough to answer, so he did answer. And so now I'm guessing White is going to Tenuki and play something else, since this kind of kills the potential for extension of this corner. So maybe that's why he traded. Maybe, I don't know. That's just my guess. That is just my guess. So let's see what White plays next. So he Tenuki and plays the corner enclosures. This is very modern. Very modern, but this move I don't get confused with because I play this also in my own game before even the modern pros start doing it too. Just the corner enclosure is good, even 4-4. So c6. So c6 does lead to White can develop this outside some more too. So this area kind of got destroyed already. So the hot zone will probably move away from here. So as Black, let's see what what will we play as Black here? We have Sente. What do you guys think? I'm thinking of maybe loosely pincering this stone here up top as one option before move 10. Guli. Yeah, I've studied Guli quite a bit too because he had that Jubango with Lee Sedol, and Lee Sedol is like one of my favorite players to look at the games. And yeah, Guli is pretty good too. He was really good, and then he played the Jubango with Lee Sedol, and he kind of slumped. After that, I think his confidence kind of got shot down a little bit, which kind of sucks because he hasn't been in the top like 10 for a while. Just turn Twitch affiliate. Nice. Now people can sub. Was surprising he was represented as such aggressive player. Yeah, but you know, like the thing about being aggressive is sometimes you back off and you strengthen your group, then you can be more aggressive. Sometimes that's the reason why I defend, is to be able to attack sharper. So here, Black, I would say one option is probably c6. No, not c6. r6. I can see coming down at o3 also. And then modern would be r3, but I think r3 would be bad because then White will block the other side since he's already prepping with c6. Another point would be maybe MN or L17, or maybe kick. But kick seems kind of slow. Maybe kick and then attack here. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's see. So studying pro, the reason why I study it like this is because it's kind of like doing Sumigo, but for the whole game and for the board. And you get to practice and see what you would play versus what the pro would play. And then the more you do it, the gap between those two gets smaller and smaller, and then your go gets stronger. If you can get the gap to get smaller, and you can guess like maybe 20% of the moves, then you're doing pretty good. Let's see. Okay, so he does approach down here, and then as White. So the 3-3 is bad. We knew that because he'll get blocked like that. So Coming here might be bad too because you might get counter pins, and then that develops this area really nice for white since white has this corner enclosure already. So here is more natural, and I guess they both agree that this corner is kind of settled, and so they're not doing anything to it. And so he attacks down here. Now as white, do you back off or do you pinch? If you back off, let's say we back off like this. This seems a little bit too good for black, right? Kicking is a very popular versus Q14 in this shape. Kicking at R5 now. Yeah, so I've seen where they kick and they jump, right? And then black will extend and then defend some sort of play like that. I think this would be too good for black. So we have to also think that because this stone is so lonely here, we need timing to come back and kind of defend it. So we kind of need Sente. So I think Salon is right because if you kick and you jump, black will have to extend and come back and protect, and then you have time to come back and play this top side here. So maybe kicking is right, but seems like white plays here instead of kicking. So then black will probably defend that stone. Let's see what he defends with though. No, he doesn't defend the stone. So you say, forget the stone. You already kind of did that. If you pinch me, then I'll just take the corner maybe. So I'm gonna attack your lonely stone. So he goes up here, which is a natural move. So like it's between one of these, right? It has to be. So he Tenuku and then he comes back and he attacks the stones. So now whites kind of have to. I'm guessing you have to settle, right? So this group you have to settle with this. I guess jumping out could be another option, but I don't see that. You're close to pro. Very close on a daily. You do another 1,000 Sumigo, you might become pro. Let's see what white does. So white ignores that. So pro just Tanuki each other. And basically that's what they do. They Tanuki each other. Now that black adds top to the top, F14 seems interesting. F14. Correct. Because this nullifies his development, right? And it kind of develops white's bottom side here. Seems pretty good. So let's see. 1 Tanuki, 2 Tanuki, 3 Tanuki. Can we get 4 Tanuki? Oh man, pros opening are a little crazy. So my guess is if you play it with a pro, if you answer all his moves, you will fall behind very, very fast. So pros would have to just ignore each other and develop their own stuff. That's what's happening. That's what I'm seeing here. Basically, they're just like, nah, I'm not gonna answer that. I'll just do my own thing. Black can press here too. I don't know. This seems kind of like he's just like giving this stone no love here. Anyway, black plays here. Of course, Tanuki. So I can see this though, because if you settle this, let's say this becomes really strong, you no longer have to kind of deal with this. This kind of like gonna become a little points here for you, right? But right now in the opening, there's a lot of stuff where I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to see that stuff in my own game. So it seems like they're playing that very popular variation. So this is a robot popular variation. This variation actually is not invented by robot. Humans used to play this all the time also. The robots kind of brought it back and made it pretty standard. So you would Atari here, black would connect, then white would connect, and then we do that, right? So black can live anytime here, capturing this one stone, and white kind of has outside influencer on this side. So this is looking really nice for white. Area development here. The top group, I guess it's really hard to harass that stone, and white's gonna say, I'm not gonna try to gain anything up there. I just build my stuff on the center, thank you. And so we have this trade, and then interestingly enough, usually some pros would play here, and then black get the push. But this seems really good for black, right? Because he got this, and then he's got that up there. He's gonna be able to attack this, and just like, while white runs, and just continue and build that, right? So white doesn't want that, of course. So in the game, white just say, I'm just gonna prevent you from having that. You can capture this stone probably. So right now, there's a clamp here now because of that. So I don't know if black's gonna protect here, like this, or he's gonna take the stone. Or I think he can even play here. But playing here might be bad because white will push. And then this kind of looks kind of scary. This moyo looks scary. So let's see what black does. But white is definitely playing the moyo, an influence game this time. So if you always respawn, you definitely play smaller moves. For the Qs, it's nice fundamental to remember that as a general rules, moves get smaller the more stones in the area. Yep, that's a good rule for Qs to remember. And Don also, the more stones in the area, that area becomes less priority. So it's like considered settled during the opening, and then so you want to play more stuff's still more open, and the board's still more open, more stuff to claim, more stuff to I guess like profit or potential, build your potential. So like I said, like this area, other than that, this area is not so interesting because like white's already pushed here, so black can't develop anymore, and then black's really strong here, so white can't really develop anymore that much. So black does indeed take this stone, and then so as white, I think you would have to drop down and play the sequence, right? So drop down, and then so you can play that in Sentai. But that still leaves kind of a nasty, well, I guess not. So if you do that, and then maybe clamp. That seems really good for white. So I don't know if black should play that. But let's see what the sequence they chose. So he does drop down. Oh, they're playing the sequence out, actually, the one I just played. Except they didn't finish it. Black didn't, oh no. Black didn't, there's a lag on this site, or is it lag on my computer? Probably my computer. So, this sequence, instead of playing out like that, they kind of left it a little bit half undone. So here, instead of the bend, black doesn't bend. Black just goes here. Actually, white doesn't squeeze. So here, this site is kind of laggy, I think. Push, Atari, and then white defends the bottom. So it's essentially almost the same. So here, black has to capture this, but then after that, white gets sente and then comes back and protect this area. So this area, it's really nice, developed by white here. Contrast to the top area, it's white's kind of destroyed this area already, and this stone here kind of take potential away from this area too. So positional wise, I don't know who I would take actually. Actually, you know what? Because of the L17 stones, you can shoulder hit that and develop the center even more. So maybe white looks good here. So maybe we kind of see why D14 is played. If you look at the whole general strategy at the board right now, you see D14 exchange with the D15 and white jump at F14. That sequence looks really good to go with the overall structure of whites here, right? So you kind of see what white is trying to do. So if you're trying to accomplish something like this, then I say D14 looks really good in play. But I haven't really studied that move that much, so still don't know the effectiveness of it yet. So you like white, Peyton? Yeah, I think white looks really nice. Black's potential is kind of nerfed a little bit here, and the potential of the board is really just all white at this point. So let's see what the next move is. What would you do as black now, right? You could try to poke in the left side, but that's kind of small. Why don't we attack that lonely stone, right? The stone can still wedge at the... White can still attach at R17, settle his group pretty easy. So I guess if I was black and I had Sente, I would kick that stone. Because I already have a stone here. Kicking it makes perfect sense, actually. Right? Kick, and then white probably can't just play this. Because that would be like putting yourself in trouble. So maybe white would play... Real hard to find a move. I think the kick kind of forced white into a little bind here. So maybe attacking this group would be correct. Let's see what he does. But, you know, Shin is very strong. Shin is very strong, so he might have read a lot of stuff out already. So black does kick. But that's not the interesting part. The interesting part is, what does white do here? Should he jump? Simply ignore. That's one way of thinking about it too, Peyton. Yeah. Simply ignore is actually not a bad idea. But if you ignore and black gets let's say P16, that corner might get too large. You could maybe Hane first at Q18 and then jump. Or then Kasumi. Not sure. Let's see. Let's see what Shin does. He ignores, of course. And he plays a really weird move. Not super weird. Attachment is normal. On a strong stone is normal, but I mean, I would never play that. Because it seems like he can just kind of ignore you, or Tiger Mouth, or it's a lot of option there. We probably won't know the meaning of this move till 20, 30 moves down the road. Only time I've seen this pattern, they play F16 next. F16. So you saying black will play f16, or are you saying white will try to play f16? That is an amazing move. Smurf knows something. Well, Smurf linked this game. He said it is a pretty badass game, so that's why we're taking a look at it. Yeah, ignore seems right, but maybe he's probing. Probing is a thing at pro level, so you never know. So black, anything black does now seems a little bit over concentrated. So let's see what black does. Black might just ignore. No, black answers. Black answers. So this might be just a probe kind of thing to see what he's working with. And then now it just set up a nice move here. Like, that looks really good for white to reduce everything. So maybe there's something to E17. Maybe that's a move we gotta keep in mind. So far, 2 games. If we look at Shin's 2 games, we've already seen one really brilliant move, right? Well, 2 actually in that game. 1 and the follow-up was brilliant. Put him in a 3x3 block. It was beautiful, and then he just won the game from there. And then this move, hopefully it'll come back and we'll see the brilliant of it. But right now I'm kind of lost of it. So now, okay, I just saw the next move. Can you guys guess? This is Shin. The top-rated guy is Shin and JinSeo, and versus Kim something. But this was a game just recommended by Smurf earlier, and he said it's a pretty sick game, so we're gonna take a look at it. I was gonna look at something else, but it's fine. Actually, let me see if I can search for on here so I don't have to lag. Kim. Unfortunately, you can't search 2 names at once. Kinda lame. So, no luck on that. We're just gonna have to lag. I linked to my upload to OGS if you want a faster version. No, it's fine. I think it might be my computer. But the next move is very interesting. I wouldn't say it's like mind-blowing, because stuff like this you see in the High Dawn series, the videos of how to break down Moyo, how to destroy Moyo, and such thing like that. So here white plays this. Well, we can see for the center, we can see why this move is good. It sets up a big knight, easier to close off the center. At the same time, it does set up a nice move here. So let's say black does something like maybe here. White can play this, and then like with these stones, he can kind of settle the top really easy. So I can see the move. I can see the idea behind this move. And if black doesn't do anything like that, then black's gonna get pressed. Right? And that's no good either. Seems like white get E15 is too nice for white. Yeah, but white has other ideas also. I'm sure I've seen F16 in response to E17, but AlphaGo teach only black responding at F15. So the attachment, right? But I think if you attach there in this situation, the center development will be way too good for white, because white can just hane on that stone and then like build out the top, build out the center, I mean. So this move is pretty nice. So you're gonna see this type of play from Shin a lot. Like really sharp, really powerful move. Like so far you got E17 and case 15. Really strong move. And the center is now looking more and more and more ridiculous for white, while keeping black kind of to a minimum here on points, right? It's not like he's giving black all sorts of points. He's just developing really nice and flowy in his game, in his opening. So, you got, now, during an amateur game, somebody does that to me, I'm just like, what? How dare you come into my territory? This is my Moyo. That's way too deep. You're gonna die. Maybe the pro will die. Maybe he won't. I don't know. Shin is pretty good, though. But this move is very expected. It removes all the corner Aji, locks in some cash, put pressure on the stones. Let's see what white does. What would you do as black here? You would have to jump. Here. Maybe here. It just looks scary. Does it not? It looks scary, right? I mean, I guess we can try this sequence. But still, you're kind of running to a ceiling here. J3 or H4 maybe. F3. Well, this is my guess. And then Salon say J3 or H4 maybe. Attachment. Tanuki. You might be right, Rastafarian. Tanuki. They do Tanuki a lot, but this is a very interesting game for me personally. So far, for looking at this, because this is kind of like my style. I like to build really big influence, and then if your opponent comes in, then you attack and try to profit, or you attack and just try to kill outright. So very specific to my style of playing. So I'm really happy to see what Shin would do here to black, and what black will do here to live. I think he might even attach. Let's see what he does though. The Moyo looks fun. The Moyo looks scary. Fun for white, maybe. Scary for black. Okay. Interestingly enough, he just slide here. How do you deal with this as white? You could block on either side. Maybe block on one side, give up a Ponoki, and then chase, right? So here, cut, he takes, we Atari, we defend. That might seem a little over concentrated, and that's really hard to kill after the Ponoki. So maybe not that idea. So what? So what would we do here? I doubt white would kill it. I mean, one way, easy way of doing it is force black to live small and build a wall here to help the center out, right? Because then there's a little more side to come in there. So that might be one way, but Shin is a pro, and he will teach us the way. Let's see. Well, if you guess Tanuki, you might be right. So Shin Tanuki first, and trade this. Okay, so this is trade. This was traded. So just make sure it cuts off this stone, right? So now black connects that, and you can just Atari and connect up. So this stone's isolated, first of all. Then he comes back, and he plays this bump on the head here. So the bump on the head doesn't give a Ponoki away, and you can block on either side. So if he goes this way, you can block this way. But then it does have this. But then really, do you want that as black? It looks dead to me this way. So black will probably not play like that. So black would probably have to pull back. And then white can block, and then maybe jump out with one of these. Still not alive yet though, so it's still very scary. The bump was your first idea. Well, good job. Wow, okay, so black does play to push in here. So as white, what can we do? This work, right? I don't know. They're saying it doesn't. Okay. Instead of that, so it looks like Shin is adopting the idea, the same idea we have, is to make black live small while he develops the outside wall and cash in here. And also, because he isolated the top stones, you can press and attack this stone and build more wall. So that's an interesting. So I've learned three new moves already. So black connects underneath, and white tiger mouth, connect, probably tiger mouth and connect. Okay. So you have the sequence here. Pretty forced sequence. So I'm guessing here white's gonna play that, or the other side. But just make sure black is gonna crawl and lift really small here, right? Give him a tough time here. So he chooses L3 first, because I guess poking out here is not so important, because white can still kind of just cap. So black needs to make eyes here very soon and very fast. Let's see what black does. So he jumps and cap. Okay, so just like we thought, there's no more space to make eyes here, so you would have to jump, right? So G5. Oh, you wanted G5? You would have to jump here to have good shape. But then here, you got two cutting points here. It just seems kind of dangerous. So Shin here caps. Really nice shape here. So now he just have to pull down, and then bam, this whole thing is territory. Here's attacking for profit right here. I mean, the only thing I can see, black would have to Kosumi here to prevent this cut. But we have seen Shin play stuff like this in the last game. But black is not Shin. Shin is white. So, but we might still see it because they're pros. So, might even this or this. Looks like black chose this. Kosumi. So one other option here. I'm still very confused because this is still a cut. So why isn't white cutting? White respond with this. Just blocking his territory. Remember, this is still huge. This drop down is now gigantic. But white has Sente for as long as he wants now. So black still needs to run. He just, black runs out this way. This is force. These are all forcing move. Now he's kind of running into white's spheres of influence here. Is this thing gonna die, Smurf? Is this why you link this game? If white cuts, black will make life with E3, D2. E3, D2. So, okay, let's explore the cut. Let's explore the cut, since you say it can live, right? So, if we cut like that, we'll do that, do this. So you can make D2 I'm still confused on how that makes life. I don't think it makes life. But, I mean, there might be something here. And then this looks like a huge area for white. So I think he knows the cut is there. But Shin is so good that, remember in the last game, there was a cut and he didn't cut. He keep on attacking the whole group first before he goes back for the cut. So here, it might be that, actually. It might be that he's waiting for the right time to come back for the cut. So he's going for the big group first, the whole thing, the whole shebang. And so here as black, I mean, you're kind of in trouble. Board position looks horrible for black though. So he push. Okay, now he's trying to get some eyes. He push. White does that. He push again to make some eyes. So I think white have to connect to prevent the cut. He can't just tiger mouth here. I don't think. So he Atari here. That seems really small. That seems extremely small. I don't think black's gonna answer that, but whatever. Let's see. That seems super small. He should have traded that way earlier. Oh, I guess it's not small. What am I missing? He took. What am I missing here? Are those two still very important? I don't understand. Okay, anyway, he took. So now the tiger mouse seems okay. I'm just confused at this point. Why did he take those 4 points? So yeah, he indeed does tiger mouth after that. Get this benefit. So that makes one eye emergency eye. So what does black do now? Black is kind of looking for another eye somewhere. So black jumps. I mean, really, this is the only thing black can do. And as white, I guess you can play here or here. To just... That center is getting ridiculous, by the way. Just from this attack. It's quite amazing to see, actually. But white does have to defend. So white can't just play that. White does have to kind of defend this one. Because he can't poke through and cut here. But white does this first, for some reason. I mean, it is Sente, but is it needed? I'm not sure. But black will probably respond to that. He has to. AI really likes to take profit later and find a way to live inside a moyo. Well, it's not that they find a way to live inside the moyo. They see a way to live inside the moyo. That's why they're like, oh, I don't worry about your moyo. I see how I can make 2 eyes in there. That's the difference. A human can only guess. Unless you're like Chochi-kun back in the days, where he boasted he reads 100 moves ahead. This was back in his heyday where he was holding like 12 titles or something like that simultaneously. Something. He was a crazy guy back in the day. So instead of extension from the wall, make a corner enclosure. Yeah, exactly. We cannot duplicate what they're doing. Like, they can live in really small area where humans, I don't know, might be hard. Might be hard. So here, kind of hard because, look, I see a pattern here. Like, if you try to cut, then black can get an eye, right? But if you just play this, bend here, and make him connect, and then you play down here, that is only one eye. So you're still kind of in trouble. You miss a crazy opening here by Shin, where every move has a purpose. There's no waste move so far. So black does poke and protect the cut. Okay, so this was his the whole way here to protect this cut. So now the cut is protected. And then I'm guessing white's gonna play the knight's move to defend the side, right? You can't really push because then that'll leave kind of weakness. I think this one will do maybe. He blocks. Protect Tiger Mask. Okay, so he blocks here. And then he goes here to protect the cut and possibly make one more eye here. So there's not one more eye. So this is an eye already, kind of. It's a gote eye, but still. No knight's move. Yeah. That's why I'm an amateur and pros are pros. I guess it was okay to do this because if you try to cut, you just block, and then like you can Atari either way, so it's fine. Poke eye out? No, this is not an eye, so it doesn't matter to poke it out because you can play here to block the eye out. So black think he's in trouble here, so he's trying to make an eye. So black is saying, hey, I'm kind of in trouble. And when is white's going to play c14? That seems really huge. The clamp is also good for white. Not to mention, this one stone at the top is getting kind of lonely also. So let's see. Oh, white does play this move. Interesting. Okay. So he does poke the eye out. He does poke the eye out, so now he has to connect. So we did get that guess correct. It looks a bit crude, but this is the only time where it's okay to play an empty triangle. And then, so now that eye is kind of, it's half an eye, I want to say. And then he prevents, he plays this one though. Why not this one? He plays this freaking move. What is this move? Why not just drop down? I don't understand. Why not just play this? Because even here, it comes like that. Oh. Would this make white in trouble? I don't think so. You might understand it in a bit. Holy shit. Shin is fucking crazy. Okay. I figured there might be something in the corners, that's why he played that, but that is an odd move. So it left some Aji, less Aji. It's like less 2 points for endgame, but endgame doesn't matter if the whole thing dies, right? So I'm gonna have to wait and see. He's caring about d6 or c7. So blocks, poke, Strange. Okay. I guess he sees a lot further than we are able to see. Well, obviously, but way a lot further. Because if you look at this move, this pretty much prevent this eye, at the same time helps the corner out. I get that. But so does D3, D2, right? And D2 seems like it works the same, but you get more points. So I need to do more Sumiko, is that what he's saying? So anyway, from here, Black does this, and probably gonna get capped in, right? At this point, it's probably gonna be here. This seems really natural way to block him in. So there's no way for Black to go anywhere. So Black has 2 Gote eye. So that's really 1 eye, right? So Black has 1 eye, Black needs 1 more eye. So he does hit that. Okay, this move is kind of obvious. Nothing too fancy about that one. That's just a natural way of blocking Black in. Is Shin a murderer? I think he is. Okay, so there's no way out. Not here, anyway. There's just no way out here. And Black has 1.5 eye. He needs to find another half eye somewhere. He tries this move, but does that move really do anything? Well, I can just like do this. Or maybe even do this first, like that, and then just something like this. Which way is better? Or maybe here. Probably here works too, right? So there's not much Black can do here. So I'm guessing resign soon. Because 1.5 eye is not 2 eye. So where does White play? White just simply connects on the outside. So it's just one of these simple moves. So he connects here. The reason why I was afraid to do this one is because maybe some Aji here like this. And then Black might be able to get another eye here. But it looks like not really, because you can poke out here or here. But then this only has 1 eye. So it's kind of scary. But Shin probably read it out already. So he plays that, and let's see what he has to answer. So Black does try to make an eye here. Okay. So here, after that, instead of poking, Black does this first, because that does give him an eye here in Sentei. Right? Oh, and then here he just play this. So I guess if you play this, White can just do that, maybe? No, not that. Silly. Silly. You would do this, then he would have to take. But doesn't that live? So he lives. That does live. So is it alive? Anyway, Black push here before he lives. So here White has to defend. Okay, so now Smurf said you're gonna find out, so we're gonna find out. So this weakness has always been here. Let's see what Black plans to do. So this poke, and there's that way. So here you close, he does that, and then White does that. So if he does this, we do that, and then he does that, we do this. and then black takes, and then you can do that, right? Well, wait. So what does C2 serves? I still don't understand C2. It doesn't do anything. It was just one less point. Anyway, they didn't play that out, by the way. So they traded that here, and they left that unfinished, of course. More stuff for people that look at the game and be like, what? So maybe you got too inspired by the pros. It seems kind of laggy right now, though. Okay, so black attaches here. Now, why didn't white cut? I have no idea. Why didn't white cut? I have no idea. But white played this instead. Seems like really small to me. Like at this point, I don't understand anything anymore about this game. Like that looks small. The cut seems kind of big. But white just let black do that for some reason. If that weren't there, black could live with the pawn key. Wait, let's play this out. Is that true? Is that true? So play here, 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 here. That would just take, right? And white would have to play here, 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 and lives. It still lives. Like, how does it die? Plays here. I guess do that. And then if he does that, we do this. Right, but then we play there. Still seem cold to me. But my life and death is not great. So I don't know. If C2 were D2, it would be white would have time to play A3 right after M2. Maybe that makes a difference. It must be some kind of life and death thing. 9 down life and death thing. I'm not gonna pretend I understand it. And we'll have to take a look at that deeper later. But very strange move. Anyway, here they kind of traded. Maybe he think this group is in trouble. Is this group in trouble though? I guess it kind of is. If he didn't play that, if we cut through, let's see. Let's see. We have that. Well, let's see. I don't know. Is this group in trouble or what? No, it looks okay to me. Kind of dangerous though. Kind of dangerous. Okay, I can kind of see where he's going with this. So if we do that, and this, I don't know. Seems okay. But then, like, amateur dragons die all the time, so who knows? Maybe he's just trying to be safe. But he just kind of exchanged that. I guess maybe it's not big either. So he exchanged trying to Atari this stone while black plays Dame. Which is an okay exchange, I guess, at the pro level. If you're gaining something, your opponent is playing Dame, then it's good. And then you get Sente. Which is what people care about in modern games, so it makes perfect sense. It's for the Sente. So White's group is settled. He doesn't have to worry about that one. He's got a really giant side there, and Black just kind of played Dame there. So I kind of see it. I kind of see why he let Black play there, because that's Dame. And then let's see what White does. Attack the top or block at C14. My amateur way would be block here, or even here. But he probably is not going to play that. Let's see. So he does press this. Okay, so Black didn't ever respond to this, so now he's going to get pressed. The only problem is, why is he trying to press? It's not like this area can be developed anymore. Black is in. So this attack, I'm not sure what he's trying to accomplish at this point. So Black wedge. Black's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Attack my stone, I'm gonna wedge, and then destroy your area in here. The Ataris. And attack that stone some more. So Shin doesn't value his Moyo very much. He only cares about this side. So he's invested in pretty heavy 2 stones here already. M16 or P14. P14. This one or M. Or M16. Yeah. So he's definitely pressing. I kind of don't know what he's trying here. Well, I guess he's trying to get the top, but still, isn't this side bigger to block? Or is it not possible to get those points? Maybe in P13. P13 would be shoulder hit here. I don't like this shoulder hit here, because it gives Black kind of some 4th line territory, and you're building some wall that's kind of like the Black's already broken into, kind of. But this move I like, and then he played this one, so Seems like he's kind of just toying with black now. And then black plays here to respond to that. And then, like, he changes his mind. He's like, you know what? I kind of like my side here. I'm going to protect. What? Now he protects it, okay. But after he gets these in, I guess. Okay. That's fine. He's pro. You're not going to understand everything he does. It's okay. This seems kind of deep to me. Black cuts here. This seems kind of dicey to me. Shin just extend here. Get his nice little 25 points. Black still. The ladder's good for white, so black's still kind of in trouble here. At this point, I don't know what black's gonna try to do. So he push up. He's trying to get out. So he creates a cut. Because he traded this move, now he's got to do something up here, right? There's a reason why he played that, so now he got to show the reason. Why did you play that, buddy? Why did you play that? White might just sacrifice here and make the center large. So he goes underneath. He goes underneath with this move. So he traded this. He gave these away. So essentially these trades. So this move, that move. So for those two trades, so it's just black getting that territory. So he does. Shin does block here to start developing this side, the left side a little bit more. And then black has a really nice move here. This is definitely the man bun game. The man bun, what is that? What does that even mean, man bun game? Or man ban? Is he toying with him? It seems like he's toying with him. So black plays this move. This move seems pretty nice. Right? It kind of threatens to cut white off here. And it lets black kind of ladder the stone. So much to understand in the ways of the pros. So white would extend? Oh, no, white just Atari. I figure white would extend though. But Atari seems safer. Okay, I can go along with that. But now there's a cut. Because you can Atari and then cut. So is black gonna cut? Cut might be dangerous though. So I don't know. Oh, he's prepping for the cut, so he Atari. So it does look like that. But I don't think Shin's gonna answer that Atari. That Atari seems small. And Gote. So he might connect up here. Oh wow, he answers. Well, I guess answering is Sente. Because then now you can poke through. Okay. Okay, so he connects and then white's probably gonna connect. Yeah, so you have this and then this. Yeah. Because I think this Hane works. So they trade connection up and black kind of broke through. He could Kosumi, but this area seems small. So I think black needs to play this. Right, after that. Seems reasonable to remove the algae. But who knows? They've been tanukiing the whole game. Wow, he goes over the top. He goes over the top. Is White gonna let him get away with this? No, 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 no. You're not gonna get away with that. Not against Shin Man. Not the Shin Man. Okay, so Black goes for this. Instead of the safe one, he goes for this one. He say, I'm gonna capture the whole thing. And there's nothing you can do about it. And then White say, are you sure about that, Pro? I'm gonna probe you. Probe the probe. You can't really, so this threatens the corner, right? So if you Atari here and take that, you live in the corner. But if Black answers, let's say Black answers something like this, then you have, yeah. How does that help? What is the meaning of that probe? Like, none of this work seems like to me. I don't know. I don't know why he probed there. Doesn't seem to work. Anyway, he probed and Black is like, whatever, I'll give up the corner. I'll just take this whole area here for it. Kind of reduce. He doesn't want to get cut off, right? So now he kind of want to attack these groups too. Because you can clamp here and then try to create a cut. After that. Or you can play this one, and then if he Kosumi, you can play that into an Atari. Kind of break into a little bit. But, this one, yeah, that one. Black knows he's behind at this point, I think. So he's trying to do some stuff to see if he can get back into it, maybe. White extends. So the corner, White can live anytime now. So you have to be careful with that. Instead, Black say, I changed my mind. Don't want you to have the corner, so I'm going to play here. Protect the corner. And can this protect the this one too? Boop. Yeah, you can connect and this become a ladder. Okay, so this does protect these stones too, because the reason why it works is because if you do this, you definitely don't want to take that. Well, maybe this doesn't work either. No, yeah, it does. Okay. So yeah, you don't want to do that. If you do this, I think you're dead because two non-approachable liberties. So it does work. So, but Black's not gonna play that way. Black is just gonna connect here. And then ladder you, right? So you're still dead. So that does protect it. That move, that Atari, protects this side and this side. So did White make a mistake here? Are you able to accurately create the games from memory? Depends on what I'm trying to do. Pro games are usually pretty easy to memorize because all their moves have purpose. It'll probably take me like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to memorize a game, but I don't always try to memorize the game. I just play it out and try to see the situation and how they find moves and stuff. Like this game, I haven't been trying to memorize it. I'm just trying to study it. But yeah, I can if I want to. It's just like I don't want to keep SGF in my mind. So here, it seems to me White kind of lost a lot of points here. I'm not sure what the probe was all about, and that was all about, but we'll see soon enough, I guess. Okay. And then we have a crazy ass Shin move. Crazy ass Shin move. Is he trying to kill Black's group still? Yes or no? Yes or no? Black has 1.5 eye. Is Shin just trying to kill Black this whole game? Because it seems like to me, that top corner, he lost points on purpose just to get this move in. So this move, if Black does something really passively, does Black die? Right, so he gets 1 eye here. But then you connect, you take, he pokes out the other eye, and you kinda you kinda have a feeling he's still trying to murder this group. He's still trying to murder this group. So is he playing all this in deficit just to get that move in? That would make Shin a pretty badass. So he plays that. White will probably Hane, I think. Black, I mean, will Hane. Yeah, Black just push through. Like it's nothing. Black is like, nah, you know what? I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm gonna be passive. I'm gonna push through and I'm gonna try to cut you. I'm gonna try to cut you off here, White. And Shin's like, okay. Cut me then, bro. There you go, cut me. Cut me, I dare you. He's literally daring him to cut him. Literally. So is Black gonna cut or what? What do you think? Ah, Black didn't cut. He poked through this way. He's like, I know what you're trying to do, man. You're trying to kill me right here. My dragon. So he didn't cut. I mean, literally, Black invited that cut. That cut is pretty big, if you ask me. So he played this instead. And then Black plays this. Which is like, oh boy, what are you doing to yourself? Because I can see it right now. This thing is getting sealed off here in Sentai. He's gotta kind of like capture these stones, and then after this wall is built, your buddy here is gonna fry. Huh? What is going on here? What is Black doing? I don't understand. Black does realize he has 1.5 eye, right? Unless he has a magic eye somewhere I don't know about. Does Black have a magic eye somewhere? Oh boy. Oh boy. He does do that. Shin does say, Halo, cut me then, bro. And then he goes, and then Black's like, yeah, I'll cut you. I'll cut you. You want me to cut you? I'll cut you and I'll kill that whole top. He's like, okay, cut me, kill my whole top. This is not gonna end well. This is not gonna end well for Black. What is he doing? This is a trick. You have to play this now, right? You can't let White do that on Sentai and then kill that. So he has to do that. That's forcing. I can close my eyes and know that's the sequence that's going on. Oh wait, no. He doesn't even respond to that. Okay. So I guess that doesn't even warrant a response. Whoops. My bad. I thought he would respond to that because it's really Sentai to close it off, but Shin said, nah, that's no need. That's just 1 point. Whatever. Sacrifice. And he's like, guess what? I want to murder you. You have 1.5 eye. And then Black's like, oh boy. I forgot about this group. This whole time. He plays a night move. How does the night move work? Does it work? You would just get cut off. He'll just cut you off here. How does that work? Does it work? Really? Oh, it doesn't. It's fake news. No way it works. Fake news. Shin went for the dangerous one. This one, I would be kind of scared to play it. This cut. I mean, it looks okay, but it looks like there's might be some kind of trickery here. But I guess Shin says nah. There's no trickery. I got you, bro. This whole time I was trying to murder you. You let your guard down at the top and you trying to cut my top, and now you're dead. And then, okay, so he plays here. These are all kind of forcing. Plays here. Breaking into this area doesn't really do anything for anybody, really. Here, here, here. These are all forcing, kind of, and then Black cut off at this point, and there's no ice space here, that's for sure. So now he's gonna try shenanigan at the bottom. And so now you're gonna see the brilliant of C2, I am guessing. It's a coming! This is like a little storybook that Shin is writing. And he's saying, does this C2 move look stupid to you? I'll show you later that I've been reading this out for hundreds of moves. And then so, obviously here White connects. He Ataris, but White Ataris and plays. And so now we see C2. Okay, so this is the sequence why. So my dumbass S5 Don wants to cut here, right? And then might be in trouble here because Black might be able to take some stuff and do some shenanigan in here, like with Ko and stuff, right? But Shin has a nicer way of handling this. You say, oh, you want to do it that way? Sure, you do that. Black takes. He doesn't even blink. He goes here. So White's corner is alive. Gotta protect the cut. If you protect the cut, he comes down here and you got no eye. No eyeball. Right? So Black plays here. To threaten to make eyes in here. He's like, yeah, you want to make that eye? Sure. You can take that eye. I don't care. I'll poke out this eye, and then you still have, if you capture that, you still have one eye, and I'll poke that eye out too, and you dead. And you just dead. The reason why he traded this eye for that eye, though, I can see it, is because now, if Black connects here, this cuts both ways, right? So this trading this eye is actually worth a lot more for White, because now he has cut in both ways here. So this connection doesn't really do anything anymore, right? So after this trade, I wonder if Black will keep on playing, because right now it looks pretty bad. It looks pretty bad. The man bun game. This is the man bun game. It seems like Black were just being careless at the top, with the top. And that was his issue. So here, this is just some end, I guess, like finishing touches to his masterpiece. So black cuts here to get one eye, and then of course he tried to cut here first. And so this cut, so even if you make an eye here, he'll cut you here and then you're dead. That's a big dead group though. And then here, black doesn't really protect anything. Black goes for this one. What exactly does this do? Not sure. There's only one eye here. If he connects, then it pokes out. It's still one eye. So let's see what Shin does. Probably just cut, huh? So he murdered a really huge dragon. Yeah, so he just cut. It's the safest way. He cuts here, and then now black has to make an eye in that really thick area. So he goes here first. Not so easy to kill a pro though, you know? You're gonna have to do some work yourself. Takes, push in, okay, so exchange this, push in. Shin's probably gonna go here to prevent the other eye. Wait, when did this exchange happen? Did I miss something? I missed something. When did all that happen? I missed something way back when. This white has this connection here. Wait, okay, no. Let's see. When did white pull out there? Oh, I missed a move. Yeah, but I missed a move. Apparently white played here. Oh, okay. So, wait, go back. I guess we don't have to go back this here. But this white, it was a kill. Okay, I missed a couple of moves here. So basically, instead before that, so this is like somewhere in during the fight, I missed it, my bad guys. Black actually, because he has to respawn here, right? So I think he did respawn here, I just missed it. So here, black pushes through completely, and then white plays this, right? Because this bend is really big, because it's Sente and it captures everything. So I think I missed that, that's way back when. So just pretend that was exchanged already. Okay. And then now, black does that, and then here, white can just push in, and so there's no eye here, okay? Okay. All that, yeah, it's gonna be pretty soon, Peyton. This is a pretty big dragon. I have to say Shin is probably my new favorite modern player. If he's a dragon slayer. I do like me some dragon slayer. So, I don't know if it's worth going through all this, but basically black does some wiggling inside the area. He wiggle. So he plays, what does he play? I'm trying to miss him over here. Oh, he plays this one. But why? Try connecting, I don't know. But here, Shin does that. Then he Hane here. That. So there's still 2 cutting points. No idea. And he pushed down. So it seems like here's the last desperate push by black. And I'm just gonna try to play through the sequence here real fast because this is kind of like the end of the game already. This thing seems dead to me. I could probably kill it at this point. So he connects. I don't know why he connects because the sequence is pretty easy to read out. He's gonna poke your eye out, buddy. So, and then is it resign time? No, he connects here first. Okay, and then white pushes here to remove ice base. He drops down here. I mean, I'm pretty sure at this point, Shin is kind of like eyes closed, not paying attention anymore. He's probably read out all the sequence here. And then here he resigned. That is a huge dragon for a 9 Pro. So this is your favorite game of his, Smurf? I would have to say, okay, he did have some brilliant move in this game. And he plays really well. But Black kind of neglected his group a little bit to me. Like, even I saw what he was trying to do here. And I'm surprised that the 9 Pro didn't see it. Or he just kind of like... Because if you... Remember when he played this? And I questioned, why would he develop this? Why would he shoulder hit when Black already broke out? Right? Black already broke out here. So you can't really develop this area. So why would you shoulder hit here? Why? Because you want to murder. This is the man, but now you know what it's me. So it's like, he's trying to murder you. You know it. Why did you let it happen? Okay, and then you exchange this. And then here again, he's just like, he's kind of ushering him to go this way. He's like, go this way, man. Let me build this wall so I can kill. But he had no time. I mean, you can ignore other stuff if your 40 stone dragon is about to die. So here, he's kind of forcing him into it. And then he plays this, right? And then Black, he could have just Kosomi here. Like right here, he didn't have to play that. He could have just Kosomi here. Then White would get this, I guess. Or even this. But I guess that's pretty large. He would lose the game this way anyway. I guess Black was just gonna lose this game regardless. But maybe he thought this group can somehow make eyes. Somewhere in here. Like, no way I'm not gonna make any eyes. But it just got a little bit more obvious and more obvious as the play went on and on. Okay, see, and that's why I think he should play here. Right? I mean, that's why I laughed when Black went this way. I was like, what in the world? How greedy can you be? Because now you get a stack wall. Not that one. Stupid IGS. You get a stack wall like this. And then now you gotta know, hey, he's coming after me. This man's coming after me. I better do something. Nope, he's still trying to kill this thing. And he's really confident that he can live. Pretty confident. This way is probably not the best way either. And then breaking through is like the worst. You're just making the situation worse and worse and worse. Like, come on. But I know when you play a really strong player, sometimes they can make you make some really stupid mistakes. You're just like, ah, why did I do that? That's a Q move. Why? But strong player can make other strong, less stronger player looks really weak. And I know black is not weak. He's 9 pro. But like this attack was done so well that you're just like, what? Why did black just like neglect this whole group the whole time? Let him build this wall and stuff. And then he's dead. And then C2. And then C2 came into play along. If this game was played online, C2 would get some bot accusation, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure C2 would get you some bot accusation. But yeah, okay. That was a pretty interesting study of 2 of Shin's game. I think I will do more, just Shin's. And maybe Muting too. Muting seems pretty interesting too. I look at a couple of his game. But yeah, you can see that Shin can go for blood, and he is a Dragon Slayer. And that's just fun to watch Dragon Slayer slay other pros. But yeah, so that is it for me today. I might be on later tonight, maybe not. Very small percentage. But that is it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this study of this game. It was really eye-opening for me. A couple of the moves, more than a couple actually. Some of the moves. Let's point out some of the cool highlight moves. Remember this one, the shoulder hit? We didn't know what it was for, but now we kind of do. So if you're trying to build a Moyo here, you want to do this first, right? And then later on find time to do the jump. This move is also interesting. He never really used it in the game, but maybe someday we'll be able to see him use this move. And then C2 was very interesting as well. So I hope you guys learned a lot from him, and hopefully you can apply some of it to your games. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Wait, let's see if anybody's streaming so we can host. Do. It doesn't look like it. I guess it's pretty late and it's Sunday, so. Anyway, peace out.